Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday Eve. It's 5:27. I'm Phil McIlrath.
Good morning.
Sioux Falls police are looking for a man who robbed a casino with a knife in broad daylight. It's more like a living museum. Some of these only a few left in existence, making them true originals, from the weight of the keys to the ding when you get to the end of the margin. And best of all, when you're done, you've got your work right there in front of you. In the fairy tale, Cinderella rode a pumpkin coach to the ball, which doesn't seem too far-fetched, seeing as this guy weighs just about as much as my rolling pumpkin coach. All right, I see how it is. Is that how you want to play? Every year, thousands of letters addressed to Santa come through the post office. These ladies in front of you, well, their tires have never even touched the road. In the days of the Old West, the law was whoever shot first. Food was whatever you found on the trail. And best of all, no batteries needed. I'm sitting on right here is the little brother, I guess you could say, of one of Kevin's prized pumpkins. News today, anchor, author, and journalist Hoda Kotb. Good morning, Hoda. Have any pets, anything like that?
We didn't have any. We ate the pets. we were so hungry.
Well, family member in their will. Then I, the undisclosed heir, come along and decide to take back what's rightfully mine. Unlike a traditional summer school, this one's just a little bit different. He's a real wizard at the game. But actually, he isn't as interested at playing around as he is repairing. The future of energy being developed right here in South Dakota. The response to the program has been overall positive, and other property owners in the Sioux Falls area are beginning to take notice. Joining us this morning is the great Michael Bolton from a storage facility in Minnesota, returned back home to Volga, South Dakota. I'm Julie Andrews and her daughter, Emma Walton Hamilton. Good morning, ladies. There we go! The story of this road trip started months ago with a secret a whole town had to keep.
My sisters have planned this whole thing.
Chief Tara Mays has been in the Navy for almost 13 years. And with that job comes some hard trade-offs.
It's been so long since I've been able to hug my child. That's it. That's all I can think about.
Tara works on a destroyer, cruising on the high seas thousands of miles away.
Greece, Bahrain, Dubai.
She hasn't seen her son since last May.
There are days where you just feel like, oh, I'm a terrible parent because of this. But, you know, when I re-enlisted, I asked him. He was probably 7. I said, are you okay with me staying in the military? Are you okay with, living with your Aunt Jenny? And he said, yeah, I can do that. We can handle it.
But can the town of Hoven, with a population of 500, keep a secret this big?
I'm pretty nervous though, like I'm afraid he's gonna be bigger than me.
A small South Dakota town with a 10-year-old boy as their mark. All this time, Zach Mays has been made to believe this whole display is a special day to honor members of the military. Little does he know, his mom, who traveled thousands of miles to be here, is only feet away. Months of planning for this one special moment.
It's kind of one of those feelings that you don't explain to anybody, or you can't explain to anybody unless they've been through it. You go so long without being able to touch your children, and then they're standing right in front of you. It's amazing and nerve-wracking at the same time.
Very exciting. Very exciting and sad because I really missed her.
One special moment created by a community of only a few hundred.
I seriously wouldn't have been able to do it without his teachers and my family. You really got to know that people are taking care of your kid.
In a word, reliable. Thousands of miles and hundreds of secrets, all for the love of a mother and her son. Phil McIlrath, KDLT News, Hoven. It's a common scene in fields all over the Midwest this time of year. Tractors tilling up the land, bringing in the harvest. Over the years, crops come and go, but the man driving this deer hasn't stopped. Not in 80 years.
I got it in my blood and I can't get it out. I still ain't got it out.
John Bowen, now 92, has been in the fields since he was 12.
I was born and raised on the farm. I never left Moody County over there. It just stuck with me all my life.
The love of farming has stuck, and so has the land, in more ways than one.
He always likes to play in the mud. He always thinks he can make it one more pass through there, and then he'll get stuck, and then we have to go pull him out. And he always say, "I told you so," but he goes, "I thought I could do it. I thought I could do it."
A product of Midwestern values and determination. And just like John's first tractor, this 1942 Farmall Model H, he never gives up and just keeps going.
I bought that new in 42.
It still turns over.
Oh, it runs good. Yeah, hell yeah. Well, I did all the sprayed all my crop with this year.
An ornery man with a sharp wit. And some words of advice for those who think 65 is getting up there for retirement.
20 years better. And I'm still alive, too. Still doing what I want to do. Well, they're all dead now. They've been around. Can't take nothing to them.
He can't wait to get out here, you know. He wakes up early in the morning thinking to get out here. If he's got something to do, he does it.
Doing what he loves with no end in sight.
I think it's the farming out here. I just hope I can go as long as he did.
Tough times never last, but tough farmers do.
It's a good occupation. Yeah, they do. It's good. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I just enjoyed it. I just want them third ones won't quit. I think I'll keep going on until they put it in their basket.
Phil McIlrath, KDLT News, Lake County.
I'm here 363 days a year. I don't know what I'm going to do with my time.
Time. Few things have stood that test and come out on top, as well as going to the movies. Every day, a small, cramped projection booth in winter comes alive with the biggest stars in Hollywood. And one projectionist has seen them all for decades.
I love it. You know, some people play golf for entertainment. I run a movie theater, and I've been so lucky. People come in and pay me to go to the movies, but they're actually paying me to have a good time.
A good time doing a trade many have never witnessed.
I started working years ago just because I wanted to see how it worked.
Every day after working 8 hours as a grocery store manager almost 50 miles away, Rick returns to his real home and feeds a slim celluloid film over a labyrinth of pulleys.
We got to synchronize the sound with the movie. So
Threading over one and through another until it reaches the projector, the glowing portal to Tinseltown. It even sounds like we've gone back in time. The clicking of the film akin to the sound of an old Model T. But soon, the symphony of sounds that have filled Rick's ears for decades will run silent.
The projectors are only going to be good for scrap metal. We'll haul those to dump.
You see, the movie industry is phasing out film prints, moving to digital projectors that run off hard drives and not mechanical drives of pulleys and platters, making Rick's projector a museum piece. $70,000 is the cost of a digital upgrade. That's around 2 full years of tickets, popcorn, and soda sales for Rick, a cost that has ultimately given him borrowed time until they stop printing movies altogether.
If we don't have a movie one night and no one shows up, I catch myself looking at my watch, gee, it's only 8 o'clock, or gee, it's only 9 o'clock. It just totally wrecks my night.
Let's face it, when it comes to the movies, it's all about the experience. From the tub of hot buttered popcorn, to the refreshing soda, to even the sticky floors. But this distinctly American experience for winter residents, sadly, will soon come to an end, forcing them to drive 30 miles away to the next theater.
Without it, we're just a dot on the map like everybody else.
And the pride in that big town experience has trickled down to the smallest of winter's residents.
Everyone has good memories there, and I know I have lots of good memories there, going with my friends, family.
Our class has been trying to think up some fundraisers, so we're thinking about doing a car wash or dog walking or something in the summer.
This is a fundraising town. We love to fundraise for stuff here.
And when support from the smallest voices in the community speak out, Rick can't help but feel like the biggest man in town.
I had a couple little girls come to the movie the other day, and apparently their parents had told them that we'd be closing up eventually. And they came to the movie, and on their way out, they had 50 cents left. One little girl had a quarter, and one had 50 cents. And they came over and they gave it to me and said, "Here, we want you to have this. We don't want the movie theater closed." It was awfully hard to take their money, but it made me feel good too that they cared. Yeah, it's humbling.
a building, and a man that have grown into the fabric of this community.
He's nice. When you walk in, he always has a smile on his face.
He's not making millions of dollars doing this. He's just doing it for our community.
I didn't realize that it was that important to that many people. I thought it was only important to me.
A timeless dedication to a slice of Americana that winter hopes won't fade into darkness. Phil McIlrath, KDLT News.